They cannot stop the truth from rising to the top. So we're just going to ask the Honorable Dr. Julius Garvey to bless us with a few words before we drive off.
Yeah, this is a wonderful reception, and I'd like to thank you all for being here to welcome me. I really feel welcomed, I feel loved, and it's good to be back here in my native Jamaica, the land of my birth, and the land of the birth of my father. And my father's message, as you know, has gone out from little Jamaica all over the world, and it's coming back to little Jamaica in the seed. All right? So we're a very, very powerful people, okay? Because we're the first people on earth. So you know that is the most powerful everywhere, okay? And they could not destroy us with slavery. They could not destroy us with colonialism. They could not destroy us with neo-colonialism. They could not destroy us with globalization. So we shall triumph.
Okay, quickly go there.
Thanks so much. Thank you for managing everything so well.
The bag is right there.
In the back. Okay. Good. And I'll see you tomorrow. Okay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Dr. Garvey. Happy birthday to you. For he's a jolly good fellow. He's a jolly good fellow. He's a jolly good fellow. That nobody can deny. Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Happy birthday, Doc.
Thank you, all of you. Thank you, Burton. Thank you, man.
Many more.
Yes, yes.
At about 8 o'clock, Doc, you will have to meet some people at the function.
At the function.
At the function. And I'll tell you.
You didn't have that money.
No, I'm not supposed to have that.
And I don't know where Claude went, but I want to big up Claude Sinclair again, because he's the one that brought me here. And Claude is a simple, humble, ordinary Jamaican, but his life was transformed by Garveyism. When he went to the United States, he learned more about Garvey than he learned in Jamaica. And learning about Garvey in America, it transformed his life. And I'm going to let him tell you, okay? Tell him that, because then he's responsible for bringing me here. And then the government has piggybacked on that. The government didn't bring me here. Claude Sinclair put the Garveyism in action. That's the point I'm trying to make. Tell him.
First of all, a very pleasant good afternoon to everyone. Miss Amina Blackwood, of course, I see you. I recognize your face. Okay. Anyway, my name is Claude Sinclair. I was born in Paris as my hero, the Right Honorable Marcus Zinzai Garvey. I grew up poor. I went to school barefooted. But guess what? I never sculled school, never stayed away from school. Always tried to learn my lesson and do it well. Anything that I do it exceptionally well. I was a Cub Scout. I was a member of the Boys Brigade. I was a member of the Montego Bay Boys Club. I was a member of the Jamaica Defense Force. And also I was a member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. I spent 5 years in the Jamaica Constabulary Force. In 1980, I got a scholarship to Brooklyn Conservatory of Music because I'm a master trumpeter and I play the guitar. Now in 1980, when I went to the United States of America, I already knew that our first national hero was that, our first national hero, and nothing else. So I started to research myself because suddenly I found out that I was black in 1980. Really, because you know when you go to school and you look at, you know, somebody who's of Indian descent, you really don't see an Indian as say, because we don't see, I'm not a prejudiced person. I see people for people. I don't judge somebody by what he looks like, but the contents of that person's character, because that makes you who you are. Anyway, I started to read up more about my blackness. I started reading about Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Jomo Kenyatta, Kwame Ture, or Stokely Carmichael, Queen Mother Moore, Nelson Mandela, Bobby Seals of the Black Panther, Malcolm X, and the list goes on and on and on. But what really startled me was the fact that all these people, Julius Nyerere, all these people that are named were all inspired by one man, and that is the Right Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey. So, I spent 20-something years studying myself extensively, and with the knowledge that I was armed with, I said I'm not going to stay in the United States. No, I'm married, I have a wife, and I have 3 children. My daughter is 30 years old, and my twin boys are 22 years old. I said I'm going to take them from this land because in America, no matter how much money you have, as a black man, it doesn't mean anything. You're still a third-class citizen.
Up, ye mighty race, you can accomplish what you will. Those are the words from the great Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Marcus Garvey, you're my teacher. Marcus Garvey, yes, you are the one. Marcus Garvey, you have changed me and direct me of the works that must be done. You are the prophet sent from God. You are the Moses with the rod. You are the man from Sentence Bay. Come to lead our children from going astray. They say you left us on the 10th of June. We know that's simply not true. The knowledge you have taught us remain in our hearts, and your glorious work must be taught. Oh, I've never seen anyone quite like you, Mr. Garvey. I've never seen anyone quite like you. Marcus Garvey, you're my teacher. Marcus Garvey, yes, you are the one. Marcus Garvey, you have changed me and direct me of the works that must be done. Youths have gone astray while our mind is at play. Wake up from the long-lasting sleep. We must accomplish what we will. And remember, it's teaching still. Mr. Garvey lives on now and forever in our hearts and in our minds and our soul. Let's respect the man. Let's love the man. Let's honor the man. And our future will be secure. Marcus Garvey, you're my teacher. Marcus Garvey, yes, you are the one. Marcus Garvey, you have changed me and direct me of the works that must be done. You are the prophet sent from God. You are the Moses with the rod. You are the man from Sentence Bay. Come to lead our children from going astray. They say you left us on the 10th of June. We know that's simply not true. The knowledge you have taught us remain in our hearts, and your glorious work must be taught. Oh, I've never seen anyone quite like you, Mr. Garvey. I've never seen anyone quite like you. Marcus Garvey, you're my teacher. up the sky.